day. Hopefully you can hear me, because it looks like you can hear me when I'm looking at my OBS. So please confirm. Please confirm if you can't hear me. Right? SG! Where's the sound? Okay, let's continue. We can go to Bitcoin and see what happened during the day. We saw that the market broke below this previous, so let's look at the 2 daily chart. I can, Mama, that's great. Okay, thank you so much, Mike and SG. Okay, so something that we also spoke about yesterday. Let's start off with the weekly chart. So we saw the market came back up and retested the Fibonacci levels that we've been talking for a long time, okay? So this weekly chart, we're gonna close with a pretty huge candlestick. Let's look at the 2 daily chart. This was something that we spoke about yesterday, if we would potentially see the market retest this level as a higher low. That did not happen, so we were pretty sure that the market was supposed to go down, because we were also looking at these candlesticks too volatile for the market to reverse back up. And then we had this huge breakout candle. We broke the previous higher low from the 2 daily and the daily chart, which is a pretty big deal actually, after we've been coming up to the 50% Fibonacci levels, because that was where we did expect the market to come to, for then reverse back down. So since we started to see the market slowly instead of reverse back up to these levels, I did expect us to pull back up to 24,400, potentially 25,800. We almost came back up to that level. We came up to the 50 half. Okay, so 50% between the 50 and the 61.8%. That's where we saw the retest before we saw the market had the momentum and breaking structure. So one thing that we can have in mind next week, if we're going to close with this huge engulfing candle, one thing that we definitely can have in mind is that we can still reverse back up and retest this previous level that we did break. Now the previous higher low turned into what? A new lower high. So if we would see that the market have some momentum to the upside, potentially beginning of the next week or maybe during the weekend, but either way, 22,600 and 22,008, let's say $22,800. That's a level where we can expect the market, in case that if we would see that the market reverses back up. This is definitely levels where we can see the market pull back up to for a potential retest and then see a continuation of the drop. It's pretty hard right now to use Fibonacci to try to calculate, depending on how we've seen the market have this big dump right now, right? So we just might only see a small pullback, right? So, I mean, we can do this. We can take the previous lower high that we did have, all combined with the new lower low, as we also did create during the day. So we can definitely take another Fibonacci from 22,805 back down to the low at 21,320. That means that we can pull back up and retest 22,060 or potentially 22,237 if we want to be precisely. So that can definitely be a level where we see the market reverse back up to for potential retest. If we break above 22,230, then I will definitely look at 22,600 and 22,800, because remember that was the last that was the last higher low that we did have. So these are the levels if we now continue to see the market giving us a pullback, because it actually looks like this can happen. And other thing that we also can do, right, because we can have different Fibonacci levels depending on what time frames we're looking at. You see this huge candlestick, this huge wick. When we have wicks like this, if we're looking at the 15 minutes, the market always feels that wick. You can see that wick, the market slowly and steady. We gave us some small pullbacks, you know, on the 50-minute chart. There's a lot of choppiness that happens on the lower time frames. But by understanding a wick like this, we always know that the market will pull back or fill the wick. And we did that during the day. So one thing that we also can do, as I spoke about, is that we drag another Fibonacci now from this last little lower high, this green candlestick at 22,022 back down to the support, and that is at 21,324. And you can see that this is also combined with a small support that we had and the levels for a potential retest can be at 21,675 or 21,756, and also another drop. So right now we got 3 different levels on Bitcoin where we potentially can see the market reverse back up to. So of course I'm looking at the lower time, like the closest Fibonacci is the first one that I'm looking at, because I mean it makes sense, right? So if we see the market reverse back up to this level, this is where I'm waiting for the market to potentially give me the continuation of the drop. If we break that level, I'm looking at 22,070 and 22,230. I'm looking at the exact same thing. If we're breaking above that level, well, then I'm just waiting for the market to retest 22,000, let's say 590 or 22,800, no, 22,600, 22,800, right? So I've got 3 different levels right here. So now just waiting for the market to see what it shows me. And yeah, patience is key, right? Guys, write 111 in the chat if you did understand what I spoke about when it comes to this. It's very simple when we have these targets. I definitely love these targets now, not now, but you see, this is just waiting game. Like, we have the setup. We already know, or I already know what I'm waiting for, right? So patience is key. And the good thing is that we have the alert. So when the alert is telling us, hey, like, BTC is right now retesting the level that you were supposed to look at. So instead of looking at the chart 24/7, put the alert and then just go and do whatever you want to do. Maybe back test another pair, but don't look at the pair that you're trading, because either if you do that, you will stare yourself blind, and then you won't have the patience to wait for the market to reach this first level, because maybe you see the market reverse back down a little bit, and now you're starting like, oh, maybe if I'm gonna miss the sell opportunity. No, just wait for the market. Like, it gets drawn to these levels. It always get drawn to these levels. Only have different Fibonacci on different time frames, because you don't know which one of the levels the market will actually respect, right? Okay, we can go to Ethereum now. We did go through Bitcoin. Let's see. So we have the same scenario here when we're looking at Ethereum, but the only difference on Ethereum was that we were closer to the 61.8% than Bitcoin, but who cares, because the movement is still to the downside. We broke the support trend line that we did have on the daily chart, a perfect one, and this was actually where I sold the market on Ethereum. So we sold the market at this at these Fibonacci, or I did it at these Fibonacci levels at 1,861. All of these 3 targets that I did have got hit. We obviously saw the market having bigger momentum to the downside. I mean, we could definitely have a take profit lower down, but I mean, it's Friday. I don't want to hold my positions during the weekend, and oh my god, so many threes. So yeah, but this was a great trade. Like, I had a perfect entry. All of the 3 take profits got hit during this morning. So yeah, I mean, great session that we did have. I think it was, if you want to see why I took this trade, where was it? I think that it was this one, morning setups, Bitcoin. Yeah, so this one, I think it was this one that I sold the market. So if you want to know why I sold the market, just go in here and I explain it in a different way. Maybe not different way, but guys, if you haven't already liked the live stream, come on, please do that. We have 89 people on this live stream. It's 27 only. Really? You're that cheap with likes? It's only one button down below the video. Let's reach over 100 people on likes on this live stream today. It would be super sweet. While you supporting me with likes, I support you with sharing my knowledge about trading. I sharing my knowledge with showing you what I see on the coins that you want me to look at. It would be super sweet, guys. Super sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, you should definitely do that, because I have updates every day about cryptocurrencies. I have multiple live streams during the week, and regular updates. Also, crypto trading for beginners. Oh yeah, so I actually saw. I have to read this out loud. This was so sweet of Ben. Okay, so I read this now. I've been watching, studying, and backtesting your techniques and understanding your reasoning behind every trade. You've turned me into a break-even trader into a profitable one after nearly 2 years of struggle, and I can't thank you enough for providing all your knowledge. Your style suits me best, and I backtested 100 of hours. I have so much confidence in my trades now with my set risk management and multiple reasons of confluence. Please don't stop what you're doing. Love it, and thank you for all that you do. Please get well soon. So this is amazing for me to read. It's so sweet of you guys to share your experience and where you are in your journey, and just actually to thank me. I love that, because you show me appreciation of what I actually do. I don't think you understand how lucky you are that you have people like me, Angie. We actually show you guys, I'm not gonna brag, but we show you for free every single day what you actually have to pay a lot of dollars for you to be able. So always be thankful for people. I'm super thankful that I'm able to sit here and share my knowledge with you guys. But I mean, the things that you learn from me, I am very good at what I am doing, guys. Very good at what I am doing. So I'm so happy that Ben and so many other people is actually telling me these things, because that makes me want to continue to do this. Because never take anything for granted, guys. Never take anything or anyone for granted. Okay? Thank you so much, guys. And don't forget that you can also receive the best bonus available right now on Bybit up to $4,450. So what can potentially happen now? We do the same thing. Everything depends on how this 4-hourly candlestick is closing. Because if it's a red candlestick, then I can't use the Fibonacci. But we have some green candlesticks that was created on the 2-hourly. So we first of all drag Fibonacci from 1,818 back down to the low at 1,688, which gives me Fibonacci levels 1,753 and 1,768. This is where we could potentially see the market pull back up for a reverse back down to the downside. If this Fibonacci is valid, take profit 1 is 1,658, take profit 2 is 1,590, and take profit 3 is 1,534. And so yeah, that is only if we see the market retest these levels, but it's also very good to have the alert in case we come up to it. And if we would see that the market breaks above this line right here, or these Fibonacci levels, what we're looking at the same thing that we had on Bitcoin. This is also the previous resistance support level, also the previous lower low. And that could be between 1,790, potentially 1,830. But everything depends on how volatile and how much the market needs to reverse back up for a potential pullback. Because we have a pretty volatile candlestick that is closing in 7 hours, so the daily. Looking at the 12-hourly chart, yeah, so we just might see the market reverse back up. And at the end of this 12-hourly candlestick, what we've seen, if we see the market reverse back up here and then it continues down, well, that's just a wick that we're looking at, right? So have that in mind. Have that in mind, guys. Did you guys take any sell opportunities? Are you still inside some trades? Share that. Let's see. We all this, so the same. I mean, I'm not sure if this was something that we spoke about. No, so I just did a recap this morning on AVAX, how to do it. BNB. Yeah, so this morning we went through BNB too, and we had a perfect retest of this previous level at 322. Market then dropped. So what we can do on BNB is that we'll also drag another Fibonacci from 308 back down to the low at 282, which gives us Fibonacci levels at 295, potentially 298 for the market to reverse back down. If that's the case, your profit one is 275. Take profit, no, did I say take profit two? Take profit one, 275. Take profit two is 262, and take profit three is 250. Yeah, right. So this is actually like, I love when the market has broken structure, because that's when, because now we do have some momentum. So what we're looking for, oh yeah, we have to drag another lower time frames Fibonacci too. We are retesting it right now. So even if we retest it, we break above it, who cares? Like, this is how we learn. We can also so we can either drag it from this level at 304 or this other lower high at 292. It looks like we can actually have some bigger momentum back up. So we're gonna do this. We just might reverse back up and retest 292 potentially. Yeah, the 50 and 61% is combined with each other at 295. So these could also be levels where we see the market continue to drop, right? So oh my god, this looks amazing. And these levels is the Fibonacci targets is exactly combined with each other. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Let's see, is there anything else that you want me to go through? I'm not giving out anything when it comes to buy opportunities when the market has been going down so much. I don't understand why you guys are fighting so much by buying the market when it's going down. I'm still in the Atom short. Okay, we can look at Atom. Oh my god, we have McKay here. Hello, McKay, how are ya? And we have Torben here. I'm still, oh yeah, and Judith and Rockstar. I saw that you wrote before. Let's see, where did we have Atom? Let's see, do we have Atom here? Yes. Yeah, well, Atom did the same thing. Yes, so we did come up perfectly to Fibonacci levels. Market is going down. So let's see what could potentially happen right now. We'll take away the so based on this Fibonacci, take profit 1, 2, and 3 got hit. Congratulations. I'm no financial advisor, but if you took that trade, well, I'm happy for you. Well, I'm happy for you. Either way, I need to learn to control my emotional roller coaster. Well, Torben, that's something that's good that you know that you have to do that. Like, it starts from there by recognizing what the flaws is, and working on the flaws is the, like, when we have certain things that, like, we call it negative, like, or like, okay, you have troubles with emotional roller coaster, that is usually only because you don't know what you're looking at. You don't understand what you're looking at. And so that comes with backtesting. So instead of trying to put a lot of money into the play, or if you force yourself to trade when you don't even backtesting, right? Don't do that. Backtest first and then go in and try to trade it. But as long as we acknowledge that we have certain things that we need to focus on, if it feels bad or not, I mean, we have to do it if we want to be successful. But looking at Atom right now, if we see the market continue back up, we can see that the market reverse back. We could potentially retest 11.304 or potentially 11.470. From these levels, you can also see that's very good combined with a previous support that we had. We're closing inside the trend line that we did break, but based on the volatility that we do have, this is definitely something that can happen. If these Fibonacci levels is valid, take profit 1 is 10.320, take profit 2 is 9.625, and take profit 3 is 8. Okay, so let's say it's 9. Okay, so $9. That's what I would say. So we can do this. Let's see if when we go back here, maybe during the weekend or during Monday, we just might see that this actually was valid. So what I'm also going to do myself is obviously to have an alert if we see the market reverse back up to that level for a potential another sell opportunity, right? Hello, Stacy. How are you? Please, ETC. Yes, we can go to ETC, of course. ETC, USD, guys. If you want me to look at any of your coins, just write it in the chat and I'll try to take it step by step with you guys. So we're just gonna start over when it comes to ETC. We already had the setup. We saw the market retested the 50%. So we only retested it 50%. We only retested the 50%. So what we can do now, as I spoke about on the 12-hourly, we have one candlestick that is reversing back up. So what we can do, we go down to the 4-hourly instead. We drag Fibonacci from 41.26 back down to 34.77. So now we have Fibonacci levels on ETC2 to see if we only reverse back up to retest 37.97, 38.80. If that is valid, I'm no financial advisor, but take profit 1 will be 33.24, take profit 2 will be 29.95, and take profit 3 will be 26.98. So I do the same thing here. And I will also have an alert in case we see the market reverse back up to that level. So maybe I'll also find myself a little sell opportunity, right? Crossing up. Okay, that's great. Let's see. Is there anything else you want me to look at? Is there anything else you want me to look at? I didn't listen on Atom. Erlake, I appreciate your time. That thank you so much. Thank you. No, you're welcome. Can we check Gala? Of course we can. Of course we can. Was it Gala? I think we went through Gala this morning, actually. Gala is not a pair that usually come up so often right now. I remember when we had Luna, everyone wanted me to look at Luna all the time. And I actually started to like Luna, but from nowhere, that pair just disappeared. I was like, what? No? I just started to like this pair. What the heck? Okay, so looking at Gala, we almost came up to the 50%. The same thing, like everything looks the same, right? And what we also do is that now when we see the market reverse back up, we do the same thing. We use the Fibonacci from 6,290 back down to the low at 5,286. If we see that the market reverses back up, that is also combined with the higher time frames previous resistance, right? And based on that, we have such volatility to the downside. We just might not even come back up that high. So we're going to drag another Fibonacci too. So we'll drag Fibonacci from 5,660 back down to 5,270. We are retesting the 50% right now at 5,462, but I still believe that we can have bigger momentum to the upside, right? But we can also obviously see the market then maybe break above 5,510 and then see the market reverse back down. Everything depends, right? But if we break above that level, we can pull back up, retest this previous resistance that we did break below at $5,700 around that level. But we also have Fibonacci at 5,786 and 5,905. So that is something that we can see right now when it comes to Gala. If these Fibonacci levels is valid now, I don't think this one will be valid though. But if we reach up to these levels, even if the support, previous resistance turn into new support, or the Fibonacci levels, I definitely see that we can continue back down with some time, obviously. But take profit 1 is 5,050. Take profit 2 is 4,520. And take profit 3, 4,076. We also have a take profit 1 based on the Fibonacci that we almost came back up and retested. And take profit 1 based on that Fibonacci is 3,475. Please write 1 in the chat if you did understand what I spoke about. Guys, do you like me? Do you like when I don't have the video? Now we can all focus on the charts. I'm not saying that you're always looking at me, but I like this. I like this very much. We have already looked at BNB. We did look at it in the beginning. We can look at quant. Quant USDT. And then we're gonna look at gold. Like it either way, McKay. That's great. That's great. No, I'll start. I will have my video on again. I'll have it. A little bit personally with you guys. Okay, same thing here. Okay, so we did see the market break above on quant, above the 61.8%. Let's see if we could have done it in a different way. It doesn't matter. It's missing your face. I'm missing your face too. You're so sweet. Or maybe this was actually better. Maybe this was better. I actually like this one better. So much better. Hope you're feeling better. Hey Nat, woke up 6K richer thanks to your TA and my TA combined. Oh my god, Marianne. Congratulations. I want to scream. Oh my god, congratulations. That is great. 6K. Nice. I'm so happy for you. Please write 888 for congratulations to Marianne. Oh, that is amazing. You see, practice makes perfect. Remember now, Torben, when you have some issues now with the emotions and everyone else that has it, doesn't it just look amazing when you see someone writing that they just woke up 6K richer thanks to your TA and my TA combined? Everyone can see between the lines what Marianne is actually telling right now is that she took, and I guess this she took her time to practice TA combined with her own ones, and it looks like she actually didn't have any feelings combined with that. So do you understand now why it's so important to focus on fixing the problem that is blocking you to become the best trader you can be? Because you'd rather wake up with 6K richer than looking at your account it being 6K 6K how do you say it? 6K broker. You know, and that is only because we practicing and don't have any emotions into it. Risk management too, hopefully. But can you see, knowledge is power. You should be able to sleep well in trades. That's what stop losses are for. Ways of Jedi. Yes, you're 100% right. I just love to see when people actually start to, when it starts to click when it comes to the charts, because I remember when it clicked for me, and I remember so bad. I remember all of the mentors that I've come across, and I remember I've been in the shoes, like I've been in the shoes that you're in right now when you're trying to figure out how to do it. You're trying to understand why you're emotional. You understand that you are emotional. I know everything about it. Like that, I've been through the exact same thing. It's terrible. And especially if you don't have anyone that can help you. That's why this community is so great, because now you don't feel stupid. Like, this is just part of the game. don't try to be so hard on yourself. But like when the reward is actually the 6K, that was the reward. And when you have that reward and you see that it continue to drop in more and more and more, you don't want to stop doing this. That's why you should have the patience for it, with it. Okay, continue with quant now. Sorry, I'm just talking. We can see the market reverse back up to $107 or $109 for a potential retest. Take profit 1 is 98, take profit 2 is 91, and take profit 3 is $86. This is what I see right now on quant. Short position. And you obviously, you choose wherever you want to have your stop loss. I only share my take profits, my entry. That's the only thing that I do. I want to go to gold because I was looking at it a little bit. And we had a perfect entry. I'm not sure, Aisha, if you took this one, but we had a perfect entry of this Fibonacci level at 1,770, and we also came up to the 61.8% at 1,772. Take profit 1 got hit at 1,758. Take profit 2 also got hit at 1,750. And we are about to pull back down to take 1,742 as take profit 3. And yeah, this is also amazing to see, guys. This was a great this was great, actually. We had a great setup when it came to gold. Gold is obviously gonna close during the weekend, so I'm not gonna do anything. I just want to wait and see what's gonna happen potentially next week. So I just wanted to do a recap and show you how perfectly we saw the market came up to this level. Another thing that I want to do is that I want to look at Euro USD for SG, because we've been looking at this pair and I saw that it went down also. Let's see, we have it here for SG. Yeah, guys, look at this. This is also amazing. So we did have, so what I showed you on the other pairs today, that when I gave you different Fibonacci levels on different time frames, you also see how we did it here, guys. Look at it. Like I showed, this is exactly what I showed you. Have different Fibonacci levels based on different time frames, because then you can see where the market actually starts to respect. And looking at this this Fibonacci level that we did have on the based on the 1 hourly, we came up exactly and retested 1.1776 and 1.1838 SG. Look at it. I hope, you're so good at what you're doing. Oh, you're so good at what you're, oh my God, they changed it again. The heavens, listen to me. Let's see. Oh my God, yes. Trading you is back on track, guys. You remember how freaked out I was when I couldn't do that? Yes, I'm happy again, okay? SG, my baby girl, look at this one. Oh, this is amazing. You see, perfect entry. This Fibonacci was so perfectly valid, no one can tell you otherwise, okay? No one can tell you otherwise. Market came up exactly. Even if we saw the fake out from these levels, the market respected these Fibonacci levels so perfectly. Do you show of any of your videos how you change your Fibonacci for it? No, but you can go into my YouTube channel. You can go into my YouTube channel where I show you exactly how I use the Fibonacci. So if you go down to backtest with me, Big Boy 8, Master Fibonacci, go into this one and I'll show you exactly how I use the Fibonacci. And I always say, practice. I usually, when I use the Fibonacci, I usually use it against the bodies, right? And I had some people asking me, why do you use it against the body? It's only because that's how I do it. I'm not saying that's 100% the right way, because I play around with it so much. And you have to do that yourself. Yeah, and that was also something that I wanted to say tell you today, because everyone is obviously not here to become traders. I understand that, but if you want to become a trader, man, you have to play around with your own brain. You have to. If you see me doing something, if you see me do something, don't question me why I do it. I mean, not question me. Of course, you can ask me that. 100% you can ask me, but don't question me why I do it. For you to become the best trader yourself, you must have the passion, and you must be willing to actually want to know, and then you start to study that. Okay, why do Natalie use Fibonacci against the bodies? Instead of asking me and try to correct me, then you go to the charts and then you practice Fibonacci, and then you'll probably see why I am using the body for my Fibonacci. And if you don't see that, that is totally fine, because I'm not telling you that you're supposed to do exactly what I do. I'm not saying that, and I actually, to be honest, I don't care if you do, because I do this because it works for me. If it doesn't work for you, that is totally fine. I mean, that's not a big deal. Then you just have to do what fits you, because this works for me, right? You have to do the job. You have to do the job. The same way as Ben spoke about on this beautiful comment that we did have. Ben told you, your style suits me. I backtested hundreds of hours. Ben didn't get this for free. He had to spend his time over 100 hours. I mean, what I've done, I've been sitting more than 10,000 hours on this. We can't expect getting like free things and not have to work for it. Like, and don't do that. But when you practice it, you'll get rewarded. You'll get rewarded, trust me. We saw that as another example in the live chat today. We had our beautiful Marianne. She just, woke up today 6K richer, right? 10,000 hours to master a craft. Yes, you can't complain and say that it doesn't work if you don't even spend like 1 hour a day practicing this. Like, you can't expect that. And as I always say, trading is the toughest game on this planet. Seriously, like you want to have money, you have a craft, you have to master the skill set for you to be able to understand it. And when you don't, so many people in the beginning when I started to do this, they were like yeah, that's a scam. No, you're a scam, because you're talking about things you have no clue about. Like, that's the worst thing, when someone says something doesn't work and they haven't even tried it themselves. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. But I know that you're not, because you are on my live streams, and people you can't be like that when you're on my live streams, guys, because I know that 170 people on this live stream are amazing. And that's why you're with me, because I'm amazing too. And I only attract people that's amazing, okay? Ronnie needs 7 hours a day. Yeah. Okay, looking at NAS. Thank you so much, McKay. Okay, so now we're gonna close. Okay, so index pair is also gonna close today. We can potentially reverse back up to 13,310 and potentially 13,320 for a potential retest. But I mean, let's just leave these alone actually, because they're gonna close. And usually when it comes to index pairs, we can have pretty big gaps when Monday opens. So I'm not gonna do anything when it comes to NAS for the moment. I need 24 hours a day. McKay, you never sleep. What do you mean? You're using 48 hours per day. You have 72 hours per day. Everyone knows that McKay, she doesn't even sleep. SG, she sleeps. She's like, I slept like a baby tonight. But that is also part of it. Like, I remember when I started to trade, I never slept. Like, the people that was around me, I had some good friends of mine that is traders. They're still my friends. We were working in a company, and I remember they were like, and because they were living in America, they were also living in Canada, and they were, and the time difference between Sweden and America and Canada is like completely different, right? And I was always awake when they were awake, and they were like, seriously, Natalie, like we see you being up 24/7 practicing the charts, talking about it. Like I was in an MLM company, we had like different like Zoom calls, I had like lectures when it came to basic of trading. Like I've done this, like I've always been so passionate when it comes to trading. Like I love it. I love trading so much, but trading was also trading was also the the thing that actually made me go deep within my soul. Trust me, because Torben, I know exactly what you're going. I know exactly what everyone's going through when it comes to the charts. Trust me. I was going that tough road to myself. It was tough. I'm not lying. It was tough. But I appreciate, I would do it again. I would do it again because it taught me so much, not about just about the charts. I have to learn about myself first before I could learn about the charts. Hello, Innocent, how are you? Okay, so looking at SATA, sorry. We are right now retesting Fibonacci levels at 0.2100 and 0.2110. We're still inside the Fibonacci levels that we do have. We saw the market have some big momentum. We had the drop, and now we're reaching up to retest this level. Let's see, we can do this. Okay, so we can potentially see us pull back up to 0.2132 also. So if this is the case, if we see the market reverse back down from these levels, take profit 1 is 0.1884, and take profit 2 is 0.1727, and take profit 3 is 0.1600. I am a B2C maxi because I understand how we can help humanity to be freed from the financial prison put around them. Yeah, exactly. This is also one of the reasons I'm actually sitting here on YouTube, is because I know exactly how hard it is when it comes to trading, and I don't agree with how the society is. Like I don't like the prison that we're actually living in, and if I can help you guys with what I know about the charts, I'll do that, because when I when I die, I want to have done something good and help people, because trading is tough, but it's also something that can help so many people. And when you have the freedom, guys, when you have the freedom, and then when you have the time to actually not only study the charts but also study yourself, that's how we become better human beings. I'm not even joking now. I'm dead serious when it comes to it. That's why I respect trading so much, but because it actually took me to make me become a better person. And I know if you're good at trading, you go through a lot of things. So I respect everyone that knows about trading, and that's why I want to help you guys, and then you change the world. Okay, I help you, you help others. That's how we help each other, right? Because everyone wants to have freedom, and if I can help you a little bit, I'll do that. Okay, looking at Beefy now. So the market has already retested Fibonacci levels at 528. Not the best looking chart when it comes to not the best looking chart, guys. But based on the Fibonacci, we can reverse back down to 268. That's what I'm looking at right now. But on the lower time frames, you see, we have the market giving us a little bit of a pullback. You see this candlestick this wick. The market will always fill wicks like that. We drag another Fibonacci from high to low, which gives us Fibonacci levels between 412 and 418. This is where we could potentially see another retest for a drop. And if that's another entry, I would have my take profit at 270 because that's the overall move that we can expect us to drop back down to. So that's what I have when it comes to beefy. SG, really like Euro USD. You will love it more and more and deeply fall in love with. That's also great. Like when you have, this is also one of the things that they taught me in the beginning when it comes to trading, is that find yourself a pair that fits you. I don't trade Forex because I think Forex, I mean, everything is obviously about lot size, about pips, etc. But I like Bitcoin. I like SPX 500. I love index pairs, to be honest. I just love it. Okay, we've been looking at ETC now. But when we find sorry, when we find the coin that we want or whatever it is, practice on that one. Get used to it. I remember one of the guys that was a teacher of one of the companies that I was in the beginning. He did explain why it's so important to have the or focus on like one or two pairs. He did compare it to like when if you're a guy and you're together with a woman, like if you have multiple women, you know them a little bit, like she likes this, she likes that, etc., etc. But then if you're just with one woman, you will know everything about her. And he said that's how you're also supposed to treat the charts. Take one pair that you know everything about, instead of having multiple pairs, women now, and just know a little bit about them, because the more you know about one pair, the better you'll become. So that's that was the, I mean, it's not the way I would explain it, but I mean, that's what they taught me in the beginning. That why it's so important to understand we're focused on one or two pairs. And that's the same thing for me. I only focused on US 30 when I was doing this. Okay, so when we're looking at SPX 500 now, this is my pair. I love this. If we break below this level that we have between 4,222 and 4,198, we have already retested the Fibonacci levels. If we hold ourselves above this level, we can still come back down to 4,200 and still see a continuation back up, because we have to follow market structure on the higher time frames. So this Fibonacci is based on the last higher low combined with the next higher high, which gives us these level for a potential higher low. So we can still reverse back down, as I said, to 4,200 and still create the next higher high at 4,390. This 61.8%. If we break below that level, then we're looking at, or I'm looking at the market from a bearish perspective to potentially use the same level to see if we have a break from it. But SPX 500 will also close in a couple of hours, so in 3 hours and 54 minutes. So there's no, I mean, to go in and trade the market now is not something that I would recommend. Someone said so DXY is pumping. Someone said dumping. Why you say that? You can't look at the 15 minutes chart and say that something is dumping. No, that is just the lower time frames. Gotta go for a bit. Love you all. Goodbye, McKay. So true, Mama. You're using BTC on my favorite pairs. Only focus to trade these two. Yeah. I mean, that is great. Like, I know, sometimes when I go back and look at the pairs that I've been looking at for you guys, I'm like, wow, I missed like 500 billions of different trade opportunities. But I tried to trade like gold before at the same time as XPX 500 together with BTC and maybe something else. That freaked me out. Like, even if I wasn't profit, but it was too many things for me to it was too much for my brain to take care of, right? Okay, so if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, you should definitely do that. Go into my YouTube channel, Crypto Trading for Beginners. As I've been talking about on this live stream, how important it is for the one that want to be a traders, because some of the people don't even want to become it. Like, trading is not for everyone. That is totally fine. But if you want to be better, or if you would just want to try out, go into market structure part 1, part 2. These are the most important ones that I do have, because combined with market structure, that's how you know then how to use trend lines, how to use support and resistance zones, how to recognize false, but how to use the Fibonacci, backtest with me. This is where I show you my Fibonacci, how I use it, etc. You have supply demand. So like you have so many good things on my YouTube channel that you should definitely take advantage of. And just, guys, do this for yourself first, okay? Do it for yourself first, and everything else will come to you. I feel a little bit bad and I have to go. I need to go and take a rest. I'm still a little, I don't feel 100%. But thank you so much, everyone, for being on this live stream together with me. We just went through what happened during the day and what potentially can happen. We also had some levels on BTC and on Ethereum that could potentially be used for a pullback. Don't forget that you can also receive the best bonus available right now on Bybit, up to $4,450 by using the link in the description down below the video. Guys, go inside and comment on this live stream. It would be super sweet of you if you did that. And guys, we have 100 people on here. We got 93 people that liked this video. Guys, if you haven't already liked the video, please do that so we reach over 100 people likes on this live stream. Please write one in the chat if you did enjoy this live stream. I want to have another live stream tomorrow, guys, and we will also have one on Saturday, because Saturdays is really good to look at the overall and see how the weekly candlestick did close, because the same way we're looking at the lower time frames candlestick to calculate what potentially can happen, just remember that that's the same thing happening on the weekly chart. The only thing that's different between the weekly and the lower time frames is that if the market on the weekly chart is coming to certain levels, we have to follow that. And on the lower time frames, you'll see how the market on the lower time frame slowly and steady build up the higher time frames, okay? Thank you so much, Aisha. Thank you so much, SG, for being here and help me. Papa, we have Jojo here too. Ways of Jedi. I hope you get well soon. Keep being you. Thank you so much, love. Thank you, everyone. I love you guys. Have a good day. We see each other, and yeah, we see each other on my community chat. If you want to be part of my community, you're more than welcome. What do you think about students trying to trade? Because I'm one of them. People think that we should focus on our career first, but I think we can give some time to trade. Last question. Jay, you already have your answer. You should follow what feels good for you and don't think about what other people want you to do. Why do you care about what other people want you to do with your life? That makes no sense. If you want to do trading, then you do trading. Because you'll be unhappy if you do something else, because your heart has other desires. You want to do other things. Okay? Clown and her pound of makeup a day. Oh. And then we have like this boring person that comes in here and wants to trash us because that person feels bad, okay? Don't be like hoax news, okay? Don't be like that person. It's a sad person that needs love, okay? And I'll send you some love if you need it. Thank you, everyone. I love you guys, okay? Stay true to yourself and everything will come back to you with love. I love you. Bye.